Welcome to another nocturnal update. So let's get started out here. For various reasons, I do not get to do this during the day, so I'm doing it now. I'm trying to get the insulation around the sump, but as you can see, it looks half-assed, but it's because there's too much dirt and leaves around the thing, so I cannot get the panels to line up properly. Honestly, I don't think that would do much, if anything, especially because they are half an inch thick. They are super thin, but they are there already. I'm not moving them just to put them back down there later. And for the most part, it is kind of working. The rocket mass heater will go around and I'll show you. So for the most part, it is working. The one downside is that most of my firewood is wet or not completely dried, and that makes it for horrible fuel. So since I did not plan on this and with limited time for prepping, this is what I basically was able to get. I'm not sure if will be able to see. There you go. Can you see? Right there is the hot water coming in from the, there you go. Let's see, yep, right here, the hot water coming in from the rocket mass heater, and it comes from this insulated pipe right here, and it goes right over there. And so another thing is that I've kind of become somewhat a slave, quote unquote, to the fire, where because it's not very dried, I cannot put very tall pieces of wood because they ended up coming out this way, the fire, because the core doesn't really burn and it just burns the edges. And as you can see, I was testing today with chunks of wood, which they seem to give me an extra 10-15 minutes of burn without having to refuel, which is great, especially when you're considering I was over here anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. And there you go, see? And it kind of burns, not very nice. So it happens over here. I put this to protect the insulation here, which is plastic, but it's kind of stuck to it now because the flame kind of keeps backing up over here for I think it's a mixture of this, the chimney not getting hot enough to really get a really good pressure, so the airflow is not really that strong pulling in, which I think is due to my design that lacks insulation around the burning chamber. So the core is not very well insulated due to restriction in materials and time and financial restrictions at the time as right now. So with all of that said, it's still working, it's still doing well. It's just more effort on my side that I need to put in external energy into the system. I got in a new X. This is a wood splitter, and then I also have my trusty hacksaw over here to chop into. Apologies. To chop into somewhat cubes. That has helped, and that's it. I'm hoping that I will be able to get the water at 65 degrees or about 16 in Celsius, so I can rotate the full system. Right now the fish, they have been heated on electric heater and I have not been able to rotate the system. I think tomorrow might be the 5th day, in which then around noon, anywhere from noon to 12, 12 to 2 p.m. I'll probably rotate the system so the fish can get some fresh water, which still gives me enough time for the electric heaters to bring the water to a good temperature before night, when the temperatures will drop below freezing again. Which I also want to finish doing the insulation, and so that hopefully that will help. I'm not sure if I'll be packing up too much insulation, if that doesn't help a whole lot. I'm just hoping that over time the rocket mass heater and a little somewhat insulation I have, it will do the trick for the time being, and then I can get the water warm enough during the day. It will get kind of not so cold overnight, and then the next day in the morning I pick it up and then go again. So if you stuck to the end, I appreciate your time. Thank you for stopping by, and if you have any questions, any suggestions, feel drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. All right, stay tuned for the next update. I'll see you around. Bye bye.